I guess it's time to do the gig again. Untamed Radio, Rock 107 212. Rick Savage checking in with 40 minutes of commercial-free music. I'm going to have Southside Johnny and the Asbury Jukes live in the studio coming up around 3 o'clock. This 38 special, the sound of your voice, Rock 107. Make a dash to the telephone. Oh, yeah. 12th caller gets a $15 certificate from any participating Pizza Hut restaurant. Well, the 12-pack of Pepsi, then you're eligible to win one of 3 Super Nintendo systems or a $2,000 trip to Super Bowl 26 in Minneapolis. All Ohio toll-free hotline, 800-243-ROCK. Canton, 450-ROCK. 221, Rick Savage. Doing it just the way you like it, non-stop, with another 40 minutes of commercial-free music. I'd like to give this lady a shot of my poison. Lita Ford, Untamed Radio, Rock 107. Yeah, yeah. Untamed Radio, Rock 107, Heart, Wild Child. We were pegging the meters on that one. I love to bury it in the red. I always get yelled at for that, though. The boss always says, you're going to blow it up. You're going to blow it up. But hey, I don't really care because we'll get a brand new one. 234, Rick Savage. Going to have Southside Johnny in the studio with us in just a couple of minutes. Keep it right here for that. Rock 107 satellite weather, not too bad. Partly sunny the rest of the afternoon. High up to 50. Cloudy tonight, low dropping at 35. 46 at the Akron-Canton Airport. And on your FM, it's always 106.9. He's here. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the studios of Rock 107, Mr. Southside Johnny. God, it's good to see you, man. You look good.
Thanks very much. I'm a little tired today. We just got in from Toronto on the bus. And I'm still not quite sure what planet I'm on, but it's okay.
You've been around for a long time, man.
Yeah. Yep.
And it's been a long time.
That's true, too.
So tell us about some of your earlier work leading up to now.
Well, geez, I started out in blues bands back in Jersey back in the late 60s, just fiddling around trying to figure out what I was doing, and ran into a bunch of people who knew how to play, and they sort of taught me some things, and I sort of taught them some things about playing and about playing, if you know what I mean. And just been going on like that. This is the 11th album. And it's probably one of the best ones.
Wow, 11 albums.
Yeah, hard to believe, isn't it?
That's a lot of albums, man. How do you think you've changed in that amount of time?
I gotten older. The fact is, I never thought I'd make a second album after I made my first one because I didn't think that's what they wanted. But I don't know, we explored a lot of different things. But this Better Days is actually the way I would rather sound if I had my druthers all the time. It's just straight ahead rock and roll R&B and the horns and all that stuff. So I guess I've come full circle back to what I really want to do.
You guys have always had a real big following here in the Northeast Ohio area. What do you attribute that to?
Kid Leo, that bum.
Everybody knows him, man.
Yeah, that's right. Well, the fact is that once they started playing us out here, people took to it right away. But I think it's because New Jersey and Ohio are similar in their blue-collar work ethic. You know, people here work hard. People in Jersey work hard. We don't get a lot of respect. But when we go out Friday or Saturday night, we want to have real fun, not make-believe fun like you get in L.A., sometimes in New York. I mean, you go to see a band or you go out and see something, you really want to have a great time because you earned it. You worked hard for it.
You know, I imagine it would be an awesome time to see you guys do a New Year's show somewhere.
Yeah, we are playing New Year's, too, in New York City at the Ritz, and that's going to be completely berserk.
I bet. Just chaos, huh?
Yeah, we did. We used to play this place called the Capitol Theater in Passaic, New Jersey, which during the day was a porno theater.
Wow.
You know, a Pee Wee Herman house of pleasure kind of place. And at night, there would be rock and roll shows, so it was a perfect place for us, obviously. You know, you just go out and get the band from the audience. And we did that 6 years in a row, and those were great shows.
You're good friends with the boss.
Yeah, Bruce and I and Steve Van Zandt, we played in bands together, grew up together, and have even remained friends after all this time.
I think a lot of people out there, if they like Southside Johnny, they like the boss. And if they like the boss, they like Southside Johnny. You guys sort of have a similar
I wish
sound.
I had all his fans. I'd be rich as Croesus today, but that's okay.
What about Bon Jovi, John Bon? How'd you hook up with him?
I've known John for over 10 years. I produced a demo for him for a band he was in long time ago. And we just stayed friends over the years. He used to be in a band that did juke songs. He used to come around and see us when he was like 16, 17 years old. And all the girls would flock over to him and pay no attention to us. But he was always very dedicated. He's a great guy. He's a very down-to-earth, very intelligent, a lot smarter than people think. And he's just a lot of fun.
And the new single, they're both on it with you. They hooked up with you. It's been a long time.
Well, John's on one song. He's going to be on the other song you're going to play. Bruce is on this one. Steve's on this one. I don't even remember, to tell you the truth. It's been a long time.
Let's check it out right now. Okay. We're in the studio live with Southside Johnny on Untamed Radio, Rock 107. on Team Radio Rock 107. Oh, man, that sounds great. It's been a long time. Southside Johnny and the Asbury Jukes, they're going to be out at the Akron Agora tonight. You don't want to miss it. You can still get tickets at the door tonight, and Southside's with us in the studio, man.
And we want to give away tickets.
I can almost feel the energy in the room on that song, man. What was that like?
It was a lot of fun, man. This whole album is a joy from start to finish. Some albums are tough. You go in there and you dread going in, and it's long days. This album, everybody just really worked together, and we had a great time. We all played live. I was just saying, we had engineer Dave McNair, who just set everything up for us, got great sounds, and left us alone. We would jam. We'd sit around talking, and, there was no rush to get things done. We just made it as friendly and enjoyable an atmosphere as possible, and that's what it sounds like.
Now, you're on a new label this time around. You're on Impact. How did you hook up with these guys? What happened there?
We ran into them. Alan Kovac, who owns the label, and Jeff Sidney, our old Jukes fans. And when they heard that Steven Van Sant, Steven and I were going to make a record again with the Jukes, they said, we want it. We don't care what it is. As long as you guys are going to work together, we want the record. We're really going to promote it. And they have done a great job. They've spent a lot of money, and they've done a lot of good things.
And it sounds great, man. Where are you guys headed after this?
We go to somewhere, and then somewhere after that. I think we go to Philadelphia and Watertown, New York, or I don't know, Middletown. Wherever the bus takes me is where I go.
So you guys go by bus then?
Yeah. We have a huge bus and 9 guys in it, plus crew and road manager. And we watch movies and drink like fish and that kind of stuff,
What's it like being out on the road with those guys night after night? You guys ever get on each other's nerves, or you guys get along pretty good, or what?
No, the thing is, most of the guys are we're all friendly. And when you have so many guys in the band, there's not going to be one person who really bugs you, because there's always other people to talk to, and you can hang out with other people. When it's 3 or 4 people and one guy's a jerk, he really stands out. When it's 9, 10, 11 people and one guy's a jerk, he doesn't really stand out, because everybody's a jerk.
So what do you like to do when you're not rocking and rolling,
Well, I'd rather do that. I'd rather be on the road and playing and just having a good time. When I'm not, I just like to take it easy. I usually end up jamming, though. If I've got too much time off, I usually end up at the local club saying, "Can I play? Hey, mister. Hey, mister."
So every once in a while, you just walk into a club and a band is playing, you just jump up and join them, huh?
Yeah.
That's cool, man.
Well, you got to do it, I love to sing, and I love to just have a great time, and if you don't do it, you get real antsy, and you end up pacing back and forth, and your wife says, "Why don't you go out and do something?"
Right.
So, I do.
That's cool. The new album is called Better Days. What's the story behind the title of that?
Well, Stephen and I decided that we were going to write about stuff that happened to us back when we were teenagers, and we're also going to write about things that we hope happen in the future. Hope for better days, but also it was a great time back then, so it's sort of a double meaning. It means better days are coming, but also that there were better days in the past. Not that now isn't great, too. We're having a great time now, too.
What song I always liked by yours was the duet that you did with Ronnie Spector.
Oh, yeah.
You Mean So Much to Me, Baby.
Yeah, on the first album. We haven't done that in years and years. 2 of my keyboard players, though, just went out with Ronnie in London. They were played about 12 dates all through England. And so she's still out there playing, too.
So she's a lot of fun, right?
She's a wild woman. Ronnie Spector is a wild woman.
Eddie Money stopped by here last week, and we were talking about that he had worked with her, too,
right,
of Take Me Home Tonight.
Right.
And he was saying that, he had called her up and stuff, and, she'd been out of the business for so long, and he got her to hook up, and do the tune, but she was really easy to work with.
Oh, she's a delightful person to work with. We were not planning to have her on the first album because we had never met her, although for Bruce and Steven and I, we were in the studio, and Jimmy Iovine was our engineer, and he gets this phone call from Ronnie Spector because he had done John Lennon's album that Phil Spector, her husband, had produced. And he said, "Well, why don't you come over to these guys that want to meet you?" And of course, we all loved Ronnie Spector and the Ronettes, and she was sort of this sex goddess to all us guys who grew up in the 60s and 70s, because she was just this unapproachable, exotic woman. And so she walked in, and we all sort of fell down and got back up. Kind of coerced her into singing on the record. So she came in the next day and learned the song, and in no time at all, we had it done.
What about some of the other older stuff? What can we expect to hear tonight out of the Agora?
Well, you never know with a Juke show. I want to play whatever I want to play, but we'll probably want to go home and Trapped Again, Fever. Who knows? Here's some new stuff, some old stuff.
Let's give away a pair of tickets. What caller you want to take?
Well, you wrote down, now let's not make a mystery. It says lucky number 13. That's your idea. And that was 1-800-243-ROCK or 450-ROCK. Oh. So the 13th caller 1-800-243-ROCK or 450-ROCK. Get a pair of tickets.
All right.
Don't stand in the front row. La Bamba might fall on you.
And it's going to be loud and proud tonight down at the Agora. I've been working too hard. We're going to play that one. What's that all about? I mean, do you need a rest or?
Yes, as a matter of fact. It's just a fun song, fun up song. This is one that John sings on, so what the heck?
All right, let's roll it. Southside, thanks a lot for stopping by the studios.
My pleasure, thanks.
All right, see you bye. See you out at the Akron Agora tonight. Southside Johnny and the Asbury Jukes. Rock 107. Hi, Rock 107.
Hi, am I caller 13?
Yes, you certainly are.
All right.
Hey, man, you're talking to Southside Johnny.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Where are you calling from?
Barberton.
Barberton. What's your name?
Don Dobbins?
Don Robbins?
Dobbins.
D-O-B-B?
Yeah.
Okay. What's he got to do to get the record?
Oh, we'll tell him about that off the air. So.
Okay, congratulations, and watch out.
All right, man, you're going to see him tonight at the Akron Agora. Who made you a winner?
Rock 107.
Untamed Radio, Rock 107, 309. Rick Savage. Want to say thanks to Southside Johnny for stopping by the studios. He's going to be out at the Akron Agora tonight with his band, The Jukes, so check it out. Firehouse, All She Wrote, Rock 107. How would you like a $15 certificate from any participating Subway restaurant along with a 12-pack of Pepsi? Then you're eligible to win one of 3 Super Nintendo systems or a $2,000 trip to Super Bowl 26 in Minneapolis. All right, let's do it now. 8th caller, All Ohio toll-free hotline, 800-243-ROCK, Canton 450-ROCK, 317. Got Van Halen. Standing on top of the world, Untamed Radio, Rock 107 FM. Untamed Radio, Rock 107. That's facts from Brian Adams. Everything I do it for you. 331. Rick Savage, check it out. To support the U.S. Marine Corps Toys for Tots, we here at Rock 107 bring you an acoustic concert with Billy Falcon out at B.B. McLean's on Munson behind Thursday's Plaza. It happens next Tuesday night. You can bring in a $5 new toy for admission. I saw him this morning on Live with Regis and Kathy Lee. Did a nice job. So make sure to check it out. Billy Falcon coming up next Tuesday night at B.B. McLean's.
You're thinking.
Untamed Radio, Rock 107, 339. Rick Savage, we're the official station for the holidays. 14 more days till Christmas. Got the triplets. You don't have to go home tonight on your Rock 107.